Good evening and probably good night from Yummy B TV. Wishing you all well, sending loads of love as usual. Now, I did come up earlier on, sad to say, to do a video about visits and the effects and the old days, how it worked with the visiting orders. You know now there's no mobile, you know then there ain't no mobile phones or phone cards or nothing like that. You just simply send out a VO slip, a visiting order slip, and it goes to the person, and as soon as they receive it, they can come up during visiting hours on most days and just get in at the front gate with that slip, right? Now you got mobile phones, you got phone cards, you can check to see if they're coming or if they're not coming. But imagine in the old days where you put on your nice shirt, get ready, expect your visit to come on a certain day, and the visit not turn up. I suffered many hurtful experiences. It's a very lonely feeling to be expecting a visit and it doesn't come. You lie there off when the door's shut and you're thinking all kind of things. I swear it's tortured certain men when you think the reasons that come through your head as to why the visit didn't turn up. And we all, being the way that we was or the way that I was, you know, you always think of the worstest kind of thing. You think your missus might have gone, or she might not be able to face you with some bad news, or something drastic's happened outside. You remember, because you couldn't get clarification before that day normally, because by the time, if you want your visit on time, if you're having it every 2 weeks and you send out a VO, say on a Wednesday, you get it on a Friday, and you don't get a letter in response in time for your visit on a Sunday. So you can't phone and check or nothing like that. But, you know, the old days were different, obviously, to now, because now you can find out when they're coming. If they're not coming, you don't have to prepare. But I can tell you it's a very, very hurtful experience waiting for a visit and it doesn't turn up. And many men will testify to feeling that feeling. It's a lonely place when that door slams. But anyway, these are later years now I'm talking about, and these are the times now where the visits have to be booked. And it's in the case, it's very difficult to get drugs and contraband in, right? 1 second. It's very different in the early days in certain other prisons. The lower the category, the easier it is to get stuff in. Now, on this particular day, I agreed to go on a mission for someone, right? Now, they were from a different part of the country, not London. And they paid a person to bring in quite a big parcel. And I agreed, I took on the job. I said, yeah, leave it to me, pay me this, I'll have my payment. I'll go out there, I'll go and get it, give you your bit, and I'll get mine. So, know me like some of you lot have got to know me, will know that I was a mission man. Like if I say I'm going to go out there and go and get something, I expect to come back with it. You know, for me to not come back with the parcel would leave me, my reputation or my self-esteem, it would leave it in doubt, really. I would really question everything about myself. So I believe that anything was possible. And it's difficult, like I said in the case, to get that time to have the contact, the grab, the parcel, without them jumping all over you. Very, very difficult to do, It's very, very hard. Anyway, this was a weekday, right? So this is going to be a hard day. And it wasn't that full. So the few people that were out there were all kind of expecting to get little bits and pieces. But generally, say out of 8 or 9 people, maybe there would be success with, say, 3 men. I got mine. I didn't get mine. No, it was too hot. On this particular day, the worstest officer that you needed on that day to ruin everything happened to be on duty. So it made the situation even more difficult. So he walks around, walks in between the chairs, keeps looking at the cups and the glasses. So in your mind and your heart, you're thinking, how are you going to get a chance, you know, to do? I was thinking of just doing a suicide one and just grabbing, if it got to the end of the visit, I was just thinking, well, when it gets to the end, just grab it, put it where the sun don't shine, and end up down the seg, take a nicking for it, but I get the parcel because I wasn't getting regular visits anyway. Being on closed visits, it wasn't going to bother me anyway. So during this day, while it was going on, I had to raving up because I couldn't see no way at all, and plus I was near the front desk as well. So on this day, one of my little young ones was out there. You might have heard about him, Peppy B. We'll call him Peppy B from East, right? Lifer, right? Nice kid, young kid, quite a big lump as well, but a soft-hearted kid. He had about 5 CODs for 1 murder, which one of them done, and really they all got convicted, when really I think only one should have. Another case that really joint enterprise hurt badly, if you get what I mean. Plus, there was a rumour that Pepe had helped out the authorities with the Damilola case. You remember the poor little boy that died in South London, the case there, that little case there, where, you know, all that it brought about big headlines kind of thing. I think the kid was 10, 11, 12 or something like that. And he was apparently a witness. Apparently, allegedly, I don't know if this is true, right? So his name was getting called a lot in there. When the name calling starts, or they want to pick on him, or, you know, take the mick out of him, they call him snitch and call him all kinds of names, and it's very hurtful for him. And it's not nice to be called that name anyway. And in the cat A's, it's not for the faint-hearted, whether the kid was 13 or not, to be helping out the authorities, even with a case of such tenderness. You'll still have the majority saying, well, you shouldn't have said nothing anyway, that kind of stuff, right? So it just so happens he's on a visit that day as well, and I think he's got a girlfriend coming up. But I'm noticing 3 tables away from me now, they've come out later. Another one from East London doing live, a well-known name as well. I just call him by his nickname or his initials, DC, right? Doing life as well, but a household name. Now, he's turned up late. His visits come about 3 o'clock or 2:45. And I think it's his brother or cousin or someone who's come up to see him. And now my mind's doing overtime, because I know they're not meant to, they're on separate wings, and they got history for having beef, which is having regular fights, or having fights post-Cold Wars, or whatever you want to call it. So straight away I'm thinking, the alarm bells are ringing, because I'm thinking it could go off out here. And lo and behold, it did. Now, the girlfriend of Pepe has gone to get the canteen at the canteen place. She's gone, got the drinks. As she's walking past the table where DC and whoever's visiting him are sitting, they've said to her, oh, your man's a snitch, something like that, disrespecting her, making her man feel belittled as well. We know what that kind of stuff can bring. And she's gone straight to the table and told Pepe. So Pepe's got up out of his chair and come steaming across and started rocking with the pair of them. And Pepe's a right lump, but the other 2 are no slouches, and it has all gone off. But I'm thinking about the fight, but also Yami now knows that I've hit the jackpot, because while all the madness is going on with the fighting, now I know I can get the parcel. So I end up grabbing the parcel, putting it away, getting rid of it, feeling delighted. So the fight, in fact, has done me a parcel and done everyone a favour that day, and everybody got their parcels, and we was over the moon. But poor Pepe and the rest of them, their visits had to be cut short. They ended up down the seg, and that's how it went. So hopefully I get a chance to come up tomorrow. Well, I will be up tomorrow, but wishing you a good night and sending loads of love.